I was talking about local eateries in the town I live in and the next town over. They're kind of like one big town. And I talked about a place called Cookies that I don't like, and I talked about a place called Doc Rots, which I do like. And this person is obviously either local or familiar with the locality. Calling Cookies bad, but then saying Doc Rots is good is mind-boggling. Doc Rots blows. I've tried 8 different things over the last 10 years and have never liked it. My apologies. Then somebody else that I guess it might be local, looks like they might be from Joliet, replied to this, and Cookies has been there longer. Opinions vary. I don't know what to tell you. I mean, I've been in this town for 21 years. We've eaten at Cookies twice, and both times we were like, we can't understand why anybody eats there. But Doc Rots, we've gotten several good meals out of Doc Rots. My mother-in-law likes Doc Rots. My kids like Doc Rots. Opinions vary. And just because a place has been around a long time doesn't mean that it's necessarily better. You know what I mean? There are pizza joints in our 2 towns that have been around a lot longer than Not Another Pizza Joint, but I think Not Another Pizza Joint is a far superior pizza to any of them. Not that they're bad pizzas, just I think that there are better pizzas to be had in the community, like Not Another Pizza Joint. So if you like Cookies, then go to Cookies. To me, Cookies is low grade. It's a place that the locals like it, predominantly the locals that have been raised on it and were out in this area their entire life. Maybe their families have been out here. You know, their parents went there, and now they were raised on it, and then they grew up to like it. And that's great. Fine, eat Cookies. More for you. More Doc Rots for me. But in my opinion, the exact opposite. We've eaten at Cookies, never had a good meal. Rubies, another one over in Manuka. We've eaten it, or we ate. I don't even know if Rubies is still there. We ate at Rubies a couple of times. We ate there. It was bad. I can't remember if we went a second time. You know, these were early on when we first came out here. It was bad again, and then we didn't eat there for years. And we circled back around to Rubies and tried it again, and it was still shit. So, and to be honest with you, we didn't like Doc Rots the first time we went either. The very first time we went to Doc Rots, years and years and years ago, right after they opened up, we had a burger that was so salty that my wife was like, we can't eat here anymore. And then after a few years, we went back and we tried it again, and it was phenomenal. Phenomenal. For a small, it's not high-end dining, it's pub food, you know, and it's really good pub food, especially for the area. Yeah, I would take Doc Rots over Rubies or Cookies or Grandma's or any of those old school joints. Lalo's.